Welcome back to Bordeaux Life. I'm Ed, Anna's behind the camera. We have a pool problem and it's been the bane of my life for the past 15 years. For those of you that don't know, we run a wedding business from here at Chateau Le Gourse. We have lots of tourists, we have lots of people that use the pool. And one of the real banes of my life is our pool robot. Or shall I say, was our pool robot. Basically, you'd have a cable, you'd have this kind of electric connector box so that nobody could get electrocuted with it. You'd have the pool robot with its cable, with its stand, and it'd just look a mess the whole time. Wedding day, we'd have to run down, move the robot so it didn't look a mess. Well, we don't work with many companies, but we have decided to work with this company because we feel like the product is an exceptional product for more than just the cable reason. Not only were all the old robots kind of unsightly, but also people would just leave them in the pool and try and swim around, get tangled up in the cables. And more often than not, with a cable, the robot ends up going around in circles. Well, no longer do we have that problem. This is the Aiper S1 Pro cordless robotic pool cleaner. It's using the same technology as many of you probably do have in your house, which is like the kind of robot mop system and hoover system, except it's in a pool and it's got some other tech in there. We'll talk about the other tech as we see it working, but 2 days ago we had a big storm, didn't we, Anna?
Yes, we did.
And the pool is looking pretty darn grubby. So, because it's such a big pool, and again, none of those old robots could do such a big pool because it's about 150 meters squared, just the floor. This robot can go to 200 meters squared, so it should be able to deal with that quite easily. But because it's such a mess after this storm, we're going to choose one of the 4 different functions that this robot can do. Again, we'll come back to that, but we're just going to pop it on the floor and let it do its job on the floor, giving it, you know, a sporting chance to get every single thing off the bottom of the pool. And you'll see in a minute, it's full of dirt. Yeah, the blue light means it's working. It's on its way down to the floor. There we go. There, in its very first few seconds, it's just got us a hair clip that's been rusting on the floor. So, I mean, that's a first for us with a robot. So there, I'm pretty sure it's found the width. Now it's going to check the length. It's probably going to have a heart attack with our pool, but unless it's just going to start going back and two.
Lots of cleaning going on.
This S1 Pro can go up to 200 meters squared pool area, as already stated. The battery life is a very good 180 minutes, so 3-hour battery life. Of course, you then charge it once you run out of battery. There are 4 different modes. So you have mode just for the floor, a mode just for the walls and floor, and also you have an eco mode, and the eco mode actually cleans your pools for 45 minutes every 48 hours. So every 2 days, get a 45-minute clean for a whole week. But that's not the only way you could get the S1 Pro to start. So basically you get an app, and of course with the app, as long as you've got Wi-Fi in the pool area, You can set the S1 Pro either in the morning, in the evening, whatever you fancy really, but of course it's nice to have a nice clean pool first thing in the morning, so when you get up for your coffee in the morning, just pop the little button and it'll clean your pool ready for a morning swim. There is another function that I've not talked about, and that's when you're cleaning the walls or cleaning the walls and floor. There is a function during the process that actually cleans your water line, so it gives an intense kind of flapping of those rubber blades on the top, and that kind of cleans all the debris off the side. That's really important for us because it's such a large pool. We have jets pushing all the debris always to one side, and it always kind of builds up along one side. Normally it'll go in the skimmers, but you also get a bit left behind. I think we've made a big mistake doing it today, Anna. Well, yesterday we had all the flying ants come across, which happens like one day in a year, and of course the day we want to do this vlog on this, we've got the flying ants that are on the top of the pool. As soon as we finish cleaning, they're all going to just drop to the bottom. It's going to be a right mess.
Don't worry, Ed. I've got you covered, Ed, because I've got the Aiper Surfer S1 to help you.
You're joking.
Nope.
Oh, this is an amazing tool.
And so light, I could carry it with one hand.
Did you know it's got inbuilt solar panel so it recharges on its own from the sun?
I do. That's why I loved it.
I'm hugely impressed that you've got this as well, and it's an amazing tool, like I said. Let's get it going whilst the Aiper S1 Pro is cleaning furiously the floor of our pool. We'll get the top going quick, and it'll all be lovely and beautifully pristine, ready for a swim, I reckon.
Sounds good.
It's one of those things you don't expect it to float.
Oh, straight away? I love that.
It's keen to get going. It's heard there's a lot of flying ants on the surface.
That'd be so cute. I think that's going to be my favourite.
To be fair, even if there aren't flying ants, we have so many leaves around. There's always a leaf falling in the pool. And like I say, it's not easy for the skimmer to do its job 100%. So that's something that can actually stay down here. Of course, the Aiper S1 Pro is going to have to go inside to be charged away from clients. But I think we might just kind of show the clients that technology because it's amazing.
It is.
It's simple. The best ideas are always simple. Come, my little surfer, come. Hugely impressed. I want to see how it does along the edge here. And maybe not the first time that it passes, it will get the little debris like that. But I think by the second time it passes, it's kind of pushed the debris off the sides of the pool and scoops it up. And if it doesn't, then you've got the S1 Pro that comes along after and cleans up the sides. So they've got us covered, haven't they?
Yes, they do.
So I'm not going to lie to you. Myself and Anna weren't sticking around to watch the robot do its job. We went up for lunch, and when I came back down, I seen it's got a lot of the muck off the bottom. The little cousin, the surfer's still going behind me, but I just thought, let's go and have a look, see what it's got in about an hour and a half's worth of cleaning. I do like to take care of my tools, so I don't want to kind of abuse it. Let's go have a look, see what's in there. So let's just give this filter a quick clean off. See, all that green dust is going from the slime on the bottom. Do both sides. Now let's have a look in here, because I think it's going to be, oh yeah. It's even picked up a straw. I promise that is not me planting that straw. That straw has come in through the robot. I am shocked by that. But look at that muck. Just look at it. Yucky. It's easy as that. Clean again now. So we're back at the S1 Pro, and with one handed you can just slide those back in, and we're going to give it a real hard workout today. It's going to go back in for another hour and a half, something like that. Then we're going to put it back on charge, and then it's going to attack the walls. But let's see what it looks like once it's finished hoovering the floor. Okay, there we go. At the risk of looking like a kid with a new toy, I think I best take that surfer out, because there were that many flying ants. I'm worried that it's going to affect its performance, so I'm going to take it out and let's see what's inside the net after about an hour of collecting. So I've just got it out. Let's have a little look. See what is caught. Oh my god, there's hundreds. Yeah, I'm going to go give that a quick rinse, pop it back in and set it going for another hour or so. So I've been watching this surfer for about half an hour whilst I've been waiting for my camera crew of one to come back down, and I was right to empty it, because as it was kind of doing these turns that it does, debris in this case, which is flying ants, were kind of coming back out the front. I thought, that's not right. And I think a takeaway from that is, if you look in through the kind of glass at the top and you can see lots of debris kind of going back and to all the time, kind of almost trying to force its way to the front again, well then it's full and it needs emptying. And yeah, once I'd emptied it, I think we'd lost about half an hour, to be honest. And once I emptied it, it's kind of whizzed through the rest, hasn't it, Anna? I mean, you've come down here, and what did you say?
It's looking really clean.
Yeah. Also, the S1 Pro seems to be going a lot quicker, so I think it's kind of mapped out the pool now. Don't get me wrong, it cleaned a lot of debris whilst it was mapping out the pool, but it seems to be whizzing back and to now a lot faster. Has some kind of program, I think, for the corners. So where my older kind of robots that I was using with these cables was going around in circles and things like that, not because it had a program, just because it got tangled up, they would struggle in the corners, whereas this is not struggling. Okay, it left a big pile in that corner for about an hour, but once I put it back on and it started again, it went to the corners, knew where the corners were, and kind of hoovered up all the muck in the corners too. So I think it's had a really, really hard test on its hands here. We're not finished yet, and don't get me wrong, with a kind of wired old style robot, we used to have to put it on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times before the clients got here, before it got clean. This is its kind of second cycle of an hour and a half, and it's done really well. There's really not much debris left, but we're not going to show you that because that's an unfair kind of unfair test on it, because it was so dirty and it's such a huge pool. So we're going to put it to charge, and we're going to give it one of the other cycles, which is the floor and the walls and the kind of cleaning up top. Like you'll see, it's kind of a rapid, hard motion cleaning up top. And we're going to show you the results after that. We're going to keep the surfer going because I think he's going to need emptying again. There was literally thousands of those flying ants. So in about 10 minutes, I'm going to give it a quick clean again, set it off again, and I think you'll see the results will be amazing. So it's morning, kids came back from school, wanted to go in the pool, kind of stopped me popping the robot back in, just because the kids love playing with the robots if I put them in. So yeah, just put the surfer back on this morning because we had a few more bugs come in last night. We're going to see how that does, but it's going to be a much more in-depth clean today by the S1 Pro, because I'm going to put it on the walls, scrubbing that top line, and of course the floor as well. So I think it's just getting its bearings of where it is in the pool, in a straight line till it hits a wall. There we go. Now I think for the first part of the cleaning, it goes up and down the walls and cleans that top line. Let's have a look at that action. See, there's that scrubbing of the top line that I was talking about. I think you can see, I was hoping it had cleaned the algae off the wall, and if you can see there on the video, it has actually cleaned the algae. You can see it going up the wall there, it's kind of kicking out the algae, and there it is cleaning that top line again, okay, albeit next to a skimmer box, but yeah, it's doing exactly what I thought it'd do, which is throw out that algae into the pool, which means that it gets cleaned out by the filter. No scrubbing on the walls necessary, it does it all for you. It's amazing. So he's going to go around the edge of the pool now, doing all the walls first, and then he'll do the floor again. So you can see the dust just coming off the wall there. So the Surfer S1 has been going about maybe 3 hours total, 4 hours. I haven't put it on charge, and with this solar panel, looking at the app, it's still at 89% charged. So you can imagine 3-4 hours is not your average day's usage. So I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't have to charge this little Surfer S1. I think so long as it's just left in the sun, it's going to recuperate all its battery, ready for the next time you need it. Don't forget, this is a 150 square metre pool, so 1,500 square foot pool. Most people aren't going to need to use it more than an hour, something like that, so it's definitely going to stay charged so long as it's sunny all day. Okay, so no pool pole snobbery. It's looking pretty done in, this pool pole. I'm not going to need this anymore, I don't think. So I'm not going to buy another one because these two robots have done an amazing job. The little Surfer S1, I'm just going to leave it on for a little bit longer, take any tiny little specks that are left. It's going to be something that I leave on a lot of the time when we've not got clients. And let's have a look how the S1 Pro has done. Just pulled it out with the hook. Obviously that's given with the product when you buy the product. And well, we've been cleaning for a while, so there's not a huge amount of dirt in there this time, but still it's been working really hard. It's got a load of rubbish out again. But look at the results on this pool. The walls are clean, the floor's clean. It's perfect. It does exactly what it's meant to do. I like the fact as well that it's serviceable. So if something goes wrong on it, you can buy the parts on the website, no problem. A lot of other brands aren't like that. It's kind of hidden and a secretive thing where you have to send it off and pay a lot more money again for a product that you've already bought. Whereas these guys will sell you the products that you need to fix if it ever goes wrong. If you're interested in one of these, the S1 Pro, the Surfer S1, or even the little kind of brother of the S1 Pro, the S1, we have a link in the description and you can pop through to the shop and buy in your region. I think pretty much all over the world. I think there's only really one last thing to do.